Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. My name is Betty Johnson. I am your host. Thank you for joining us today. It is Wednesday, September 11th, and I don't think I need to mention the significance of this date in our history, so we hope you'll take a little bit of time and reflect a little bit on the events that occurred, 12 years ago now on September 11th. We do have, we want to, like I said, thank you for joining us today. And we know a lot of you are catching us on Charter Channel 8. And we like to thank them. We're being seen 6 days a week throughout the day on Charter Channel 8. But don't forget, if you're going to be gone, you can take us along on your laptop. We're out there on the internet. You can find us at blip.tv as well as YouTube. Be sure to enter the date of the particular program you would like to view. Also, we're on Facebook, and if you like us on Facebook, then you will receive notification each time Leanne updates the latest program. Also on Facebook is where you can register to win 2 tickets to see the Renaissance Festival, which is going on now at Shakopee through the month of September. And this week's winners, we want to say congratulations to Lori Abbey. We hope you enjoy the great Renaissance Festival, Lori. And as always, if you have an idea for a topic or a guest for the show, or if you have some questions and comments, you can feel free to email us at Owatonna Today at owatonnatoday.com.charter.net. Where am I getting off here? Owatonna Today at charter.net, as well as you can phone our producer Leanne out at 390-5751. Very busy show we have in store for you today. Today is Recovery Month, and Tanya Paley from the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition is going to be along with her guest, Jessica Anderson from Fountain Centers. And then you probably saw in the mail the Owatonna Community Ed Catalog is out, and we're going to be talking with members of that who put it all together. It's a great catalog, and we're going to find out more about those programs. So that's all coming up when we come back from this word from our terrific supporters. So stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Did you know that it is illegal in the city of Owatonna to host or allow a gathering where minors will be consuming alcoholic beverages on your property or in your residence? Did you know that it is illegal to provide minors with alcohol unless they are your own kids in your own home? Underage drinking leads to increased risk of future chemical dependency, engaging in more serious criminal activity, and becoming a victim of a crime. Please help keep our kids and our community safe by not encouraging, hosting, or allowing underage drinking. This is a message from the Owatonna Police Department and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
We are back, and our guest is Tanya Paley from the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition. Glad to have you along once again, Tanya.
Good morning, Betty.
And this is, like you said, Recovery Month, and you brought along a special guest.
I did. I brought along Jessica Anderson. She actually joined us in July as well. We like to highlight our community resources, and Jessica is definitely one of those. And so talking about Recovery Month, it's very appropriate to bring someone in from the community that works with people in treatment and recovery, and that's what Jessica does. She's at the Fountain Centers. So, just a little bit before I turn it over to Jessica about why we're talking about Recovery Month with the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition, because, primarily what we've been coming on the show and talking about is prevention, and how do we prevent our kids from getting into the situation where they would ultimately need treatment and be, heading towards recovery. And of course, we all want that. We all want our kids to be healthy and safe, and that's our primary focus on the coalition, is that prevention piece. And I actually pulled up a couple of slides from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Association, which gives us our grant. We have that 5-year grant from them. And they gave to me it was, I mean, I'm always taken aback when I hear these statistics, but this one says half of all lifetime cases of mental and substance use disorders begin by age 14. So 14-year-old, you know.
Did they give any explanation as to why?
I think that, you know, maybe Jessica can talk about that a little bit, but I guess my take on that is we're talking about these co-occurring disorders, meaning that you have some kind of a reason why you're turning to alcohol and you know, other substances. And that reason might be depression or anxiety or you know, some kind of issues that you're dealing with at home that have triggered some mental health problems. And, you know, it makes a lot of sense when you think about teenagers, all the things that they're going through and all the changes, and that would be a time when mental health issues might crop up for the first time. So, you know, certainly there are lots of reasons why people experiment with drugs and alcohol, but one of them can be this co-occurrence between mental health. So, you know, as we talk about Recovery Month, I think it's important to talk about treatment in terms of drugs and alcohol, but also mental health, and making sure that if you've got a youngster in your home that you're concerned that they might have depression or anxiety or something else going on, you know, it just seems like life is really tough for them right now, to make sure that they're getting help so that they, you know, they don't, maybe we can prevent some of that. And, you know, it takes a few years for them to have a disorder. So really we're talking about 11, 12, 13-year-olds, making sure that we're watching those.
And we're fortunate enough to have facilities like that in our area.
Yep. So maybe, Jessica, I'll turn over to you, because obviously prevention, when it doesn't work, then we need treatment, and we're talking about recovery.
Sure.
Now, you're from Fountain Centers.
I am. I'm with Fountain Centers here in Owatonna. We're located in the old Owatonna Clinic, and we provide assessments and outpatient treatment and also referrals to other facilities. Like Tanya was talking about mental health piece, so we make referrals for mental health, and we sometimes have to make referrals for people to go to residential treatment if treatment on an outpatient basis maybe isn't working. Going back to this beginning at age 14, we serve people as young as 12 at times that are coming in with already some signs or symptoms of abuse of substances. And also there's usually an underlying thing, which is the mental health piece. There could be substance abuse already occurring within the home. And so, you know, it's kind of sometimes hard for a child or an adolescent to, you know, dodge the bullet, I would say, if there's already things happening within their environment that they have no control over.
They just kind of
so
absorb
they're more
it.
susceptible.
Yeah, just absorb it.
Right. So, you know, talking about September being National Recovery Month, you know, Recovery Month, we talk about the societal benefits of prevention, treatment, and recovery for mental and substance use disorders. We celebrate people that are in recovery and that have been able to overcome these addictions or abuse issues. We talk about contributions of treatment and service providers, and also promoting prevention and other skills that happen within a community. It spreads the positive message that behavioral health is essential to overall health and that prevention works. So, you know, coming down to everything that the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition is doing, you know, Fountain Centers obviously supports, because if they can, you know, get in touch with adolescents at an earlier age, you know, I would love to be out of a job. You know, that I would look forward to that if I didn't have to have this, you know, job anymore because prevention worked or because of other, you know, interventions worked. But obviously I don't know that that's going to happen too soon. But there's several things happening in the next few weeks to celebrate Recovery Month. One of those is happening right here in Owatonna on September 20th. It starts at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Daybreak Community Church, and that is Recovery's Got Talent. And this is the final. You know, they've gone through different communities throughout the southern Minnesota, and they've brought together all of the finalists now. So this is the big deal. So come out and support our local recovering people.
Finalists for what? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
The Recovery's Got Talent was just an activity that they thought they would see how it would go. And so they held talent competitions in several communities throughout southern Minnesota. And now they're bringing together the finalists to
That should
see
be
who
fun.
is the winner.
It gives
So-
them something to focus on, too.
Yeah, yep, it's very positive, and it's local recovering people. They're singing, dancing, displaying artwork. Some are reciting poems and things like that. So it's right here in Owatonna, so that's
And that's
a really
all
cool
ages?
thing.
It's not just teens, or is it just teens?
Yep, I believe it's all ages,
okay.
teens and adults. Yep.
Because even though you're talking about teens, you service
Right.
all ages.
Right, right, yes. So, and then there's two other things that I just wrote up about. The Southern Minnesota Recovery Connection is an organization in Mankato, and they too are working on a grant. And what they do is try to provide services and ideas to help those in recovery be more successful within their community. So they develop lots of resources, lots of activities. They have meetings that are specific to a specific substance. Maybe it's a mental health meeting. A lot of times they have meditation groups. There's just all sorts of resources at the Southern Minnesota Recovery Connection. And on September 21st, they have a Walk for Recovery, and that is usually a huge turnout. There's people from everywhere that come and do that. And it's just to support people in recovery and the families of those that are in recovery. And then also on the 21st is a softball tournament, and Fountain Centers will be there representing, and hopefully we'll do well. So
but what percentage would you say relapse? I mean, there's going to be a few.
Well, the statistic, which I don't usually like to talk about because I think it's so, sad actually, but 10% are usually successful in a treatment or in a recovery program.
So some need a couple
few
tries.
times,
Okay.
yes. And I've heard several speakers share that they've had 5, 6, 7 treatments, and maybe it was the 10th or the 11th that was successful for them.
As long as you keep coming back and keep trying, that's the important thing.
Never give up.
You never
and
give
the
up.
courage that it takes to
Absolutely.
do this. So I encourage everyone, if you probably know somebody who has been through this journey and is on the other side, and this is a great month to appreciate that strength and courage that it took to get past all of this. So we encourage everybody who's interested to contact Jessica or myself. This is another way that you can get involved with our coalition. Maybe you are in recovery or recovered. I know different people like to use different terms with that.
Yeah.
But we'd love to have you also, if you want to get involved in kind of helping with the prevention side, or you have ideas about how we can support Recovery Month in the future, feel free to contact us.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us today. And
Thank
that
you.
is something that affects so many people, and it's such an important program. And we're glad you're out there doing such a terrific job.
Well, thanks, Betty.
Thank
So
you.
keep letting us know, and keep bringing these interesting guests, Tanya, each time you come. It's valuable information.
Great.
We do have some more guests. We're going to be talking community ed when we come back, so please join us then.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Hi, this is Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better. At Amy Swain Hearing Centers, we offer many different brands of hearing instruments because everyone has a different lifestyle. Let me, Dr. Amy Swain, help you find the best hearing device for your hearing needs at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. Call 1-800-804-3361 for an appointment today, or visit my website at www.amyswainhearingcenters.com. Because you deserve to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar. aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back, and we are talking now Community Ed. Their catalog has come out the last several days, and we have with us Deb McDermott Johnson, Deb Karaus, and Sean Hughes. Thank you for joining us today, and here is the catalog with its fall colors and everything. And Deb, like I was saying before we started, I was flipping through, and I am just amazed at the variety of offerings that you have, something for everybody.
Well, we have a community that's very interested in lifelong learning, and when you put that passion for learning together with some of the most talented programmers there are in the field, it's easy to come up with this kind of program. Well, I wouldn't say easy. I went on the midnight run with it that night, but Deb and Sean in their respective program areas do a great job of connecting our community to what's happening out in the world of adult learning.
How do some of these programs come about? Did people come to you, or do you hear them and you contact them?
Well, I'm going to let Deb answer that because she...
Well, a lot of times we do have customers stop by, or they go online to our website and just do a comment. And Sean and I also do a lot of networking with other community ed programmers from other communities our size, some from the Southern Metro, Rochester, Albert Lee, Austin, and we get a feel for maybe what's been hot in their communities. Not saying that it's always going to work in Owatonna, but it's a great way to share instructors and ideas.
You aren't going to know what's going to work until you try it.
Absolutely.
I do have to ask you about one program that I read that I'm kind of scratching my head. It's called I Am the Law of Attraction.
I know, and
I'm kind of going, what? And I'm reading that, and it still doesn't really tell me a lot about it.
And that's a new instructor that'll be offering this class for fall. And when she first approached me, I was a bit confused on what exactly it was all about. But it follows a book that I think, if you read the description, that was one of Oprah's book club hot sellers. And it's reflecting on yourself, and if you feel good about yourself, you're going to do good things.
Like live, eat, was it live, love, pray, love, eat, pray, whatever that one is, kind of along that line. Eat, pray, love. Eat, pray, love, yes, along that line. It's a self-improvement.
Absolutely.
But the title kind of...
I know. So when that instructor approached me, I went to Deb and I said, if you heard this title, what would you think it's about? And she had the same response you did when you first... see the words, but it's much more than that.
So why don't you tell us what some of the newer adult programs are?
Oh boy. Well, every time we put out a brochure, we have at least, a third to even more than that of new classes. We have to continually up change things. Otherwise, our customers would flip it open and go, hey, it's the same thing you had last time. And people want to learn new things and try new ideas. We have a lot of fall trips in our brochure. The Arboretum we're going to some concerts, Celtic Thunder, Phantom of the Opera. We're going back to the Plymouth Playhouse. The Church Basement Ladies shows are
I've heard
fabulous.
so much about that. I've heard
they are
great.
Great show. And each time you go to one, you're wondering, how are they going to top that? But the humor is just up there, and people enjoy that. In December, we're going to the St. Paul Hotel. They do a live radio play and serve a wonderful lunch, and that's fun. And then when we come outside, it's an afternoon show. Sometimes the snow is falling and the lights are on in Rice Park, and then we drive up and down Summit Avenue and take in some Christmas lights.
Beautiful houses.
Yeah, and a lot of people look forward to that's a special outing for them. Numerous art classes we have. We have a great partnership with the Owatonna Art Center, and painting, drawing, stained glass.
And also, I've noticed a lot of different craft things too.
Absolutely. We have a great instructor right now that does jewelry making. And a couple of our instructors have been artists that have displayed at Festival of the Arts here in Owatonna in the summer. So we're I mean, we have great caliber of instructors.
You have a lot of new ones, but a lot of old favorites as well that are
Absolutely.
there. I mean, there's
That's
some that
right.
are staples that you can't have, and so many different computer classes yet too.
Absolutely.
Which you can never stop learning. I mean, I've been told again it was the 21st century, and I look at that and going, well, you know, maybe.
Well, Windows 8 is on all computers that you purchase now, and a lot of people don't even know how to find the start button to launch that. And Microsoft Office has just come out with 2013, so we've got it all.
Even adult fitness, and then not to mention a lot of kids programming as well, right, Sean?
Yep.
That's where you come in.
Correct.
So, first of all, do you have anything new for kids this time?
Nothing really new. We started the Zumba Tonic last year for kids. Zoom was big with the adult ladies, and now it's starting to take off with the kids.
Good idea, because it's hard to get those kids motivated to get up and move, get away from the texting and
Get them unplugged.
Yes, unplugged.
One of the main new things that we have right now, we have a new venue for our swim lessons. We used to have a partnership with America Inn here in Owatonna. We are now working with the Valley View of Owatonna, which is just north of Perkins. America Inn was doing some remodeling, so I checked with Valley View, and they were happy. They wanted their pool to be used, so hopefully it's going to be a great partnership with them.
And that's convenient as well.
Right.
What are some of the more popular kids programs that you have?
We have our Lego classes that are right after school.
Okay, I need an explanation on that. I have not seen them. I don't know what it is. We say Lego classes. What do they do in the Lego class?
Basically, they use different physics. One of the classes will work with gears, just different, basically physics classes.
Using Legos.
Yep.
As a real simple,
Engineering kinds
easy
of
way to...
introductions.
Yeah, what a good idea.
And then we have chess, which is kind of a favorite one. Some of our Watch Me Draw classes.
Really?
So those are kind of our main ones.
So what age do they start playing chess?
We've had some that were first graders already
Really?
starting in that, yeah. And
I could really do checkers when I was in first grade. I was just thinking about chess. So, and then also you have, besides like the swimming classes, and Zumba, do you have any other kind of classes that are for physical activity? Because I know we have a good park and rec system too, so
Right.
You probably just kind of complement
And we
that.
try not to duplicate that,
Right.
obviously. Yeah.
And same thing like with Arts Center too, they have classes for kids. So we probably have to kind of work in where they don't.
Well, that is
have
one
that.
of our other partnerships is with the Art Center with some of our youth classes that happen there.
Yeah, because you have clay and things like that
Sure.
you do at the.
And we really, what our role with the Art Center is to help them market and do their registration for them so that they can concentrate on the arts, and we can take over some of those organizational functions for them. So that's been part of, we take the best of what both organizations can do. Our book gets out to 13,000 households, and so that's a mailing list that's hard to duplicate for a lot of organizations.
So you've been a part of community ed for how many years now?
Oh my gosh, you had to ask me that, didn't you? I'm closing in on 20 years, and I cannot believe it. Yeah, it's been a great ride.
Seen a lot of changes over the years,
Well,
haven't you?
we've had a great program long before I came here. We just continue to try to improve it and make sure that it meets the needs of our community, and that that it's a source of pride and part of the total package that we have for education here in Owatonna.
And you cover all ages.
We do, and in fact, this week we are launching our ECFE program and our school readiness program for our littlest learners, our 0 to 5-year-olds. And we still have open enrollments in all of those programs, and so we would encourage families who haven't taken time to register yet that they are welcome to do that. It's never too late to join. And then we also have the Adult Learning Center at Roosevelt, and that's where we do adult ESL, English as a second language, and we also have our GED preparation there. And we do need to mention that because the GED test is sunsetting in December. So if you know anyone who needs a GED, now's the time to get it taken care of this fall. Primarily because come January 1, the test will be changing. It will be more difficult. It will all be done online. And perhaps the worst blow of all is that right now you can get your GED for $60. It will cost $120 after January 1. There's plenty of time to get it done this fall. We have extra testing sessions in place, so we encourage folks, if they know someone who needs a GED, encourage them to come see us at Roosevelt. It's a great service. It's free of charge. That's even better. So we can help folks meet their life goals.
So if someone wants more information, or if they didn't happen to get a brochure, how can they, phone number, how they can contact you?
You bet. We're at Roosevelt Community School, right on the corner of Cedar and McKinley. We're at 444-7900.
Great. Thank you for stopping by today. I wish we had more time to talk about more programs, but you can check it out in the brochure. If you haven't taken a look at it yet, do so. It is just fascinating, and it's something for everybody. I'm sure you'll find something you'll like. So we're going to take this one last break, and we'll come back with some announcements.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
We are back. Thank you for staying with us. We do want to pass along that the Steele County Historical Society is pleased to welcome back physician and author Dr. Patrick Greenwood of Owatonna for a presentation coming up tomorrow night, the 12th at 7 p.m. in the Wenger Room of the History Center. He's going to present a talk about doctors from Owatonna, include Dr. Cliff and Dr. McEnany and Dr. Schaefer. Again, that's coming up tomorrow. And Gopher State 1 is having a presentation. Now, you always hear the commercial about, call them before you dig. And this is a presentation for manufacturing contractors, business, and homeowners. It's coming up next Wednesday, September 18th at the Elks Club. There will be a luncheon and a presentation. Again, that is next Wednesday, the 18th. And the Cannon River Watershed Partnership is holding their annual watershed-wide cleanup. It's quite a mouthful, of the Cannon and Straight Rivers coming up on September 21st from 9 a.m. till noon. Now, this is a partnership. The locations are not only in Owatonna, but Medford, Faribault, and Morristown as well. And they need to clean up these rivers from all the debris that's been there gathered during the spring and the summer. There's also walking and canoes access sites that are available. Details and locations can be found at www.crwp.net. And to register as a volunteer, you can contact Leslie at 507-786-3915. That number again is 507-786-3915. And St. John's is going to be having their annual Oktoberfest coming up on Sunday, September 22nd. Early bird sales are from 9 until 10:30. They have a polka worship going on at 10:30, and then their food booths, their games, lots of fun, is from 11:30 until 2 p.m. Again, that's the 22nd at St. John Lutheran Church. We do thank you for joining us on this Wednesday. Be sure to come back on Friday when we're going to be talking a Straight River Cleanup with Matt Duran and Beth Collestead, and then Stephanie Olson's going to be along talking about Women's Health Day. That's all coming up on Friday. So have yourself a good Wednesday, and we hope to see you back here then. For Leanne Alt, I'm Betty Johnson, and this has been the Owatonna Today Show.